there is not a beater on this earth that sounds worse than the stock Demon Drive beaters. Hey guys, what's going on? All right, so we're going to do video number 2 of reviewing your drum kits. The first one did okay. Brand new at it, so we're going to keep giving it a shot. We'll see what happens. So, if you want me to review or check out your drum kit or even your drum videos or bass guitars, whatever, send them to me and I'll review. This is a music review, but most of my viewers are drummers, so we're doing drums. I think there's one guitar in this one, so here we go. No. Okay. Anyway, so what we got here? Okay, we've got one of those long floor tom. I don't know what they call these kits. They're not bop kits. The cable management is... Looks like we got an A custom. I'm assuming the splash is going to be an A. I'm assuming that's a crash ride. I don't know what's going on here. I see the Aquarian heads. That's nice. That's got to be a Tama snare drum, so... Tama snare drums are always nice. The student snare stand, single brace. You know, I don't see many of these, but, you know, if I ignore everything around it, because the cable management's bad, but I get the purpose of the gig, you know. I'll give this a 7 just because it's a little messy. I would like to see the cable management a little done, but the kit itself, we'll just look at the kit itself. It looks completely playable and perfect. So the kit... I'm giving a 9. The whole image, it's getting a 7. So there we go. All right, our first guitar. So we have a Martin guitar. I don't know anything else other than it is a solid black Martin, which means it's probably expensive. I like guitars that pop, like Spectre basses, PRSs. I'm not a big fan of acoustic guitars, but it looks clean. It doesn't have any scratches in it. I'll give it a 6 just because it's solid black, and I don't like solid black, but it is a Martin, so I know it sounds amazing, and it probably plays amazing too. I'm a Taylor guy, but, you know. Okay, let me zoom in on this one. Okay, small picture. It's all good. So let's see here. Let's start with cymbals. We got Bisons. I don't know what the triangle symbol is. I never know what that is. Looks like we got a K. Looks like we got an Oriental. We got a Sabian AAX. Some sort of Holy China, a Minor Crash with a tambourine on top. Change your heads, dude. Come on, man. Like this head over here, it looks great. This head looks great. These two look like they've paid their dues and they're asking to be sent to the afterlife. God, I can't remember what that snare head's called, but I used to use it all the time. You also have the Stink Rid drum throne from a head. You also got the electric kit there in the background. So, you're set. It looks all on a pearl rack. All right. I'm not sure what type of stands we got here, but could be assorted. Who knows? Oh, you got the Peisty over here. I'm not sure what that one is. Can't see the label or that one. The floor is pretty clean. Looks like we're running single kick here. Man, I wish the picture was cleaner. But because of the drum heads, I'm only giving it a 7. Man, the drum heads just look so bad. But you know what? Screw that. We're going to go with just is the kit set up where it can be played. 8. We're giving it an 8. All right, moving on. All right. Very clean. Very clean. It's just chilling in your living room. All right. So it looks like we got some Minor. We got some Sabian. Unsure, and unsure. Those look like they might be old unmarked Zildjians. So... looks like we got the Mapex pedals, Gibraltar hi-hat stand, heads are clean, definitely multi-heads there. This one's still the stock head, so I'm sure that one probably needs to be replaced. Looks kind of like a gold kit. I mean, it's clean. The toms are together. They're angled probably a little too much for my taste, but being as those are larger toms, it's probably where they need to be. Everything looks playable. That snare drum looks tiny, though. Is that like a 12-inch popcorn? It's clean. I give it an 8. There's not a lot of zazz to it. Like, it's like a 10 for me, man. It's got to just be insane looking. Like, it's got to be so perfect. It's insane. But anyways, here we go. All right, we're looking at a Tama. I already know it. I know that finish. Then again, I've seen this kit before, so I already knew it was a Tama. But I know this kit. All right. We got grip tape on the pedals. No. I can't stand that. But I mean, to each his own. Thank God you replaced the beaters on that pedal. Oh, man, there is not a beater on this earth that sounds worse than the stock Demon Drive beaters. Period. I will take that to the bank and cash it. No beater has ever been made that sounds that bad, ever. All right, so you have what? No, is that an Alesis or is that the updated SPD SX Pro? That looks like the Alesis. Still sick. You got the auxiliary. You got what looks like a 14-inch tom here. I'm going to guess a 14-14, 10 by 8, 12 by 9, 16, 14, 22, 16 on the kit. Kit looks clean. Putting that big tom there, man, that takes cojones. It looks like we're going all Peisty signatures and 202s. You've got that Novo China. That thing, the Novo China is untouchable. That thing is amazing. The Peisty signatures, just perfect. You've definitely dropped some dime on here. You've got the expensive, I can never remember what that drum throne is called, but you have one. And oh, look at there. Humes and Berg cases. You've got the Humes and Berg. You've got Peisty. You've got Tama. You got Evans heads, Gibraltar rack, the big boy expensive drum throne. And I'm giving it a 9.5 only because of the freaking grip tape on the pedals. Grip tape on pedals keeps your feet from being able to move on the pedals and achieve maximum speeds. So that's the only reason I don't like it. And I've ripped my feet up doing it when I was younger. But that is clean 9.5. The points don't matter. All right. Okay. Chuck, again, I reviewed Chuck's drumming in the drumming review video, and now I'm looking at one of his drum kits. I think he's got a couple kits, but right off the bat, this is clean. Like it can't get much cleaner than this. He's got the 2 stealth racks, I believe, one on each side, nothing in front. I could be wrong. Probably am, but he's got the Omete pedals. This is an RL Drums kit. These ones are like top of the line. They sound so good. I think they're maple kits. All Omete cymbals. You've got the cowbell. The 15-inch hi-hats. In the picture, this looks like 18s or 16s. But man, it's so clean and brand approved, like everything in that thing. Like Omete cymbals, yes sir. RL drums, absolutely. I'm not playing RL drums, but I am playing SoundWaves, which you can only get from RL drums. So I'm technically playing RL drums. All right, so there we go. Best company on earth, by the way. All right, so we got his horror collection in the background there. But yeah, super solid kit, mic'd up. Man, I want to play that kit. I really do. All right, moving on. All right, this is my boy Toomer's kit. Change your freaking heads, dude. I have to give you crap, man. I have to. All right, anyways, he's got the Venom Grip Scorpion sticks. I think those are Winsent brushes. This is a King's Custom snare drum. Another one of the companies that I am honored and proud to be a part of. All Peisties. He's got the Peisty Power Ride 22-inch. If you're not familiar with that ride changed the entire genre of nu metal. That is the ride cymbal that played the Blind Rift. So David Silveria and the 22-inch Power Ride from Peisty. That was the one. That's Blind. All right, so change your heads. Approve of the head choice. Obviously a P77 on the snare is like I see it all the time. People using Evans for the toms and kick, and they've got a P77 on that snare drum. Dude, change. Oh, well, you don't have to change your head because you're triggered. I do not like how you have your pedals set. That I don't know why that bugs me so bad, but it just seems like it's rough to play. I tried it once and it was just like, nah, impossible. DW5000 hi-hat stand, pearl rack. I know the finish of this kit and I don't know what it's called, but I know it's a beautiful finish. Yeah, Peisty 900s, Peisty Rude, Tama Star Classic. Because of the heads and the kick pedal, 8.5. All right, moving on. Oh my God. Okay. We're going to start with the easiest thing to look at, and that's going to be the Rock and Sock Throne. Those things are amazing. I see over here you've got the Behringer interface. Those things are tanks. All right, so we have a wrench over here. All right, I believe that's going to be the EA, whatever that thing is that everyone uses. All right, so Gibraltar rack. I'm going to butcher this, but Saluda cymbals. It looks like all the way around. I think your drums bled on your cymbals. Man, dude, there's so... Usually I would scream about the like this gap between the toms, but you can't really scream about it when there's what looks like a 15-inch hi-hat right in the middle. Dude, there's so much going on here. It's like I don't know where to look. Okay, let's go back down to something. All right, the Pearl Eliminator Red Line hi-hat stand. I used to have one of those back in the day. Man, those are smooth pedals. It's a shame they move like that far. The offset pedals, this is the first time I've ever seen those in person. Not in person, but actually seen them like on a kit. Oh my gosh, there's so much in the cymbals. All right, so this looks like 8, 10, 13, 13, 14-inch snare, 16, 16, 18, 20. And I'm guessing the kick drum is a 22 by 16. Gosh, man, you got splashes and crashes everywhere. That's a giant ride. I want to hear that ride. Like, there's so much stuff. The camera's in the way of this guy over here. This is freaking clean. I'm going to go with a 9.5, and the only reason I'm not giving it the full 10 is it's hard to look at. There's so much stuff. Like, I don't even know what that is. I mean, this is a hard 9.5. Like, it's teetering on 10, but I'm giving it a 9.5. All right, next. All right, something simple. All right, we got the A Custom. Looks like the A Custom pack. All right, he's got some vinyl on the floor over there. All right, we've got EC2s with looks like the tone rings on them as well. Mapex kick pedals. I actually played one of those in the store. Those are really smooth pedals. The Pearl hi-hat stand. This looks like a Mapex kit too, if I'm not mistaken. The floor tom for me seems a bit pushed out, and the ride's a bit, I don't know, it's like, it's a little strange, but it's clean. I'm going to give it an 8.5. You need a carpet, man. Like a bigger carpet. I'm sure those pedals move around on you. But yeah, I'm going to give it an 8.5. It's a clean kit. All right. Ho. By the way, I haven't really looked at these. I just downloaded them. Wow. You got to change your heads. Those heads are way past their prime. Extreme angles on the Iron Cobra's Speed Cobras. Speed Cobra hi-hat stand and pedals. That angle's really extreme on those pedals. But man, this is... Wow, there's a lot. The lighting in this room. So you got the Vinyl Classics all the way around. That's good. Nice. You got the 10, 12, 14, 16, 14-inch snare. I'm assuming this is Tama. Yes, I can tell by the tom mount over here that's a Tama. And the floor tom leg brackets. Looks like it's Pearl rack. just because of the pedals, I'm going with a 9.5. But everything else, man, no, I'm going to go with a 9. Pedals and heads. But, man, that looks like a fun room to play in just because so much is going on. Oh, that's awesome. All right. That's the end of this one. We will, if you want me to review your kit or your drum kits, your basses, your guitars, your videos. The videos I want to look at is like if you want critiquing or you just want to show me how awesome you are, whatever. I just want to see some videos and possibly help some people, give them some advice to improve some things they're struggling with. So I will see you on the next video. I'll take it easy.